Thomas, come back up here. I have an extra tripod plate in my camera bag. I did it. It was in the camera bag. And then I got it here. You can give it to Thomas. I have a camera bag and I have a no audio camera, so that'll also help you stand off. Yes, Thomas wants me to keep the mic on there, even though there's no audio on this camera. I got you, Sandoval. I got all your attachments. Oh, Bazinga, Coach. There you go. Thomas has everything. Nice breeze, baby. Nice. If there's a red circle on an REC, you don't want that, Sandoval. You do not want the red REC circle. You know, they don't want to put the banners up. Yes. Seeing the banners inside the gym. Okay. So they're trying to figure out what to do with them. I said stick them on the football field. Alright, that's fine.
Senior manager score.
For all the seniors, for all the sports. For all the sports. I say stick them all out there. Cross country doesn't have a place to hang their kids. Where are you? You know, golf doesn't have a place to hang their 2 girls. This way at least they're seen. Let's get them all together. But that's
Nobody asked you?
not my call. I got no dog in the fight. So,
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of LaVille Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank.
Member FDIC.
Surrounded by LaVille fans, so.
I mean, I would think that maybe the next building project, maybe they could do something like that. Like the view, that's for sure. Yeah, it's not too shabby. The view is good, good, good. Yeah, absolutely. Captains keep falling in like roll call. We'll call Mom and see if we can get who won the point.
I bet I can guess this is really easy.
Hey, Kimasabi. I'm up here in the window waving at you. You see me in the upper deck? I'm up here doing stats for all the point. Hey, can you get who wins the coin flip once they're done?
He's talking with his hands a lot right now, so you know them first game. So if we win, we get the first. Looks like he's talking to us.
Yep.
Is that so you're reading the same way I am? We won the toss. You are the first. Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Bob.
There he is.
Rustin,
Hi, how you doing, buddy? You're right there on that headset right there.
hey, how's football, Frank? Hey, we won the toss. We deferred. We're defending about 15 to 20 from
Oh, yeah. Should give me that stuff here.
budget. We're budget. We all need shirts that are aligned. You know, they say healthy means one, home of the Lancers or something like that on them. You give them your sponsors. You know what? Somebody gets sponsored. Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to get scored up this one. I got games already. So. His name's Hudson. Sheer, get it right the first time. Hudson, Jesus, hey. You know what? By the time you graduate, I'll call you Hudson. How about that? Alright. I don't know. You know what? From the very beginning, I called him Tucker for some reason. And I had no clue why. I got to learn. It's not good. I'm a football player. I don't know how to speak. Hey, don't go show off singing. So at least it's proper English. I missed the last night. It was a volleyball match. And I announced the starters. And I looked at the guy at the table and I said, "You guys got the hand fired up?" And he said, and I said, "You answer time? We don't know how to do that." We had no answer. So I announced and I said, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have no anthem tonight. So what we're going to do is we all are going to sing it together." So I sang like the first few words and took the microphone away from my mouth because everybody would leave the house if I kept going. Alright? And we all sang, including the girls. So I was proud of it. I was proud of it. You know, when in doubt, improvise.
You didn't have Neptune there?
Well, I thought they did.
Like,
But they didn't know how to use it.
Yeah, you go. Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Maybe later.
Wait, I was gonna say probably later.
See, there's lights in the hallway, but it's like one
See, you know
bulb
what,
and a
Coach
two
Cox,
bulb
they have
set.
different lights too. We're going to this different version of light where it's more LED and it lights up the field than all of those lights that we have. I foresee us going to those lights coming soon. Because you've got 7 lights on each pole. So you're using a lot less electricity. And the light, the beam of the light going down bounces off lights the field.
I believe it. New lights.
No, that's for them.
Oh, I'll stand at some point.
I will say too.
I can't. I mean, I won't be able to stand.
I'm just gonna fall asleep sitting there. I'm gonna do at least a season. Yeah, it won't last long, but it'll be something other than just standing there. Use some muscles that I want to use just stand there. Yeah. Watch out.
intends to provide a healthy environment for students, staff, and visitors by adopting a tobacco-free policy. Please be reminded that use of tobacco products in any form is prohibited on all school premises. Restrooms are located in the high school by entering the doors at entrance 5 by the main ticket booth.
Sounds like Coach
Follow the Lions and sporting news at BremenAthletics.com. Bremen Athletics welcomes Tony Ross from Next 98.3 FM. Thanks for covering tonight's contest. All sports passes are for sale at the main ticket gate. Passes are good for the entire school year and for all Bremen home athletic contests, including both middle school and high school games. Adult and senior passes are available. Student passes only cost $20 and are good for the entire school year.
Well, early on,
Bremen High School will commemorate the 25-year anniversary of the 1994 Bremen Football State Championship team during homecoming on Friday, October 4th. Festivities include the Bremen Pride tailgate prior to the game, introductions of the 94 state champions, and the after-the-game social to be held at the Bremen VFW. The entire Bremen community is invited to celebrate the team from 1994 and their unforgettable season. Don't miss this opportunity to mingle with your fellow Bremen alumni while recalling the good old days at BHS. The 2019 softball state champion Bremen Lions girls softball team will be announced and recognized just prior to the 7 p.m. kickoff at the John Glenn football game on Friday, September 6th. Join us as we celebrate the Lions' momentous 8 run to number 1 and present the ladies with their state championship rings. The Lions have a full slate of contests on Saturday. Both 7th and 8th grade volleyball teams participate tomorrow in Elkhart at the West Side Tournament. Matches start at 8 a.m. Bremen Cross Country travels to Oxbow Park to compete in the Northern Indiana Conference stop.
Little Lancer football is back on the air. The Bremen Lions were one step away from a date for the football state championship at Lucas Oil Stadium last fall. Bremen finished 11-3 a year ago. Meanwhile, the LaVille Lancers were bounced from the sectional in week 1 and settled for a 6-4 record. The Lancers own a school record 5 straight winning seasons under coach Will Hostrauser. 2018, not satisfactory. LaVille once more. Tonight, Bremen and LaVille renew a rivalry that separates the two schools by just 10 miles. It's a terrific night for the IHSAA Week 1 opener.
The last meeting between Bremen and LaVille in football came on September 26th. LaVille picked up a 2019 victory at Lancer Field during Week 6 of the 2014 IHSAA regular season. Bremen leads the all-time series 39-9, including a forfeit loss in 2008. The Bremen-LaVille football series started in 1966 and ran until 1982. After a short interruption, the series picked back up again in 1985 and ran until 2014 when the former Northern State Conference split. LaVille joined the Hoosier North Athletic Conference and Bremen joined the Northern Indiana Conference.
Good evening and welcome to LVH1. I'm Steve Cox. Hudson Doe's who you just heard. We've got Coach Shear up here running the computer, doing the stats. We've got Mr. Thomas. Mr. Wayne Thomas is our director. I got Jacob Zeiker and Jamie Bush on the VMix, Noah Kuski, Jake Rush, Ethan Sailors, and Ethan Sandoval running the camera. We have put the band back together, and we're here tonight to have a wonderful night, Friday night football. Tonight's game is brought to you by Union North United School Corporation, LVH1. We're going to take a 60-second timeout, come back and break down tonight's battle as Bremen and LaVille get set for the 49th game in a series that dates back to 1966. You're listening to LaVille Lancer football on LVH1.
I'm just going to come down during halftime.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come, see me play.
We're back live at Don Bunge Field in Bremen. We're on the campus of Bremen High School. A beautiful night for football. Almost picture-perfect weather. 70 degrees right at kickoff. A little hint of a breeze coming out of the northwest. A few puffy clouds. It doesn't get much better than this. My partner in crime tonight is Hudson Doyle. Hudson, 8th grade football player, and he knows it all up here tonight, right? So what are you looking for tonight, buddy, as far as the football game is concerned?
Well, I'm looking for the Lancers to come out fighting, very strong. They have a great defense, and I think they're going to do really good on offense as well. And the Bremen Lions, haven't seen yet in action, so be looking forward to it.
So now you're a little partial maybe to LaVille's quarterback. Is that true? So they happen to have the same last name here?
Yeah, maybe a little.
So tell me about what it is as far as Aiden is your brother. He'll be under center tonight as far as quarterback is concerned. So has he told you a little bit about what to look for tonight and what to expect?
Not really. He likes to keep it close to the chest.
Trade secrets,
yeah.
huh? All right. And so just knowing him, what are you expecting from him to play tonight? Is he pretty excited, pretty pumped for the first game?
Oh, yeah, he is. He's been looking forward to this all summer, working towards a whole bunch of things. QB camp with Bill Reagan, and he's been doing a great job, and I'm sure he's going to come out very strong, very good.
Okay, and so what are we expecting tonight as far as the Lancer offense? They're going to like to throw, they're going to like run, mix it up. I notice in the media guide that I have, it's called a multiple formation. So what are you thinking we're going to see tonight?
Just a little bit of everything. And I think Dill's going to be a very key player tonight, and they might Bremen defense is going to be keying up on him a lot, especially because of last year. He was great. Him and Aiden were a really good team. And other than that, I don't know, man.
Okay, well, I think it's going to be a great night. I talked with Coach Ostrauser this morning and just had a couple minutes. He's on his way to a meeting. And I said, tell me about what tonight's going to be. And he said, very spirited. That's what he's looking for. Both teams, very young. Bremen graduated 8 of their offensive from last year as far as their players. Had a huge, as far as put a lot of points on the board. And so, and I just noticed in their media guide that the coach just says the new players are going to need to commit themselves to getting better and learning each week. And so as far as the keys to the game was concerned, Coach Ostrauser said we really need to do a couple of things. Number one, we've got to limit their power running game. And he said we got to get off the field on third downs. We can't just be letting them go ahead and just get these sustained type of what's the word I'm looking for? These drives. That's why that was a tough word. That was a tough word. It's our first night here, so everybody's got to bear with us. Really young, and talked about a couple of freshmen that might see Garrett Wagner and let me see. A.J. Beddock, okay? Do you know those guys? Those guys are both freshmen, right? So you probably saw them last year as far as junior high. So tell me a little about those guys.
Well, when I was on defense, when I was playing scout defense for the 8th grade last year, and A.J. Beddock is just one of the best linemen I've ever seen. I mean, he is amazing. You see him, coming at you, trapping, and he's just super quick. He's just very powerful, and his build is just very deceiving because he is very fast and very quick, just like his brother Eric. And also Garrett Wagner, he is very fast, very strong, and he is really, really helpful to have on the offense.
Now I'm looking at the media guide as newcomers, and A.J. Beddock, I'm getting that pronunciation right here, okay, is 6 foot and 230 pounds. So he's like a little bowling ball out there, but you're saying he's very deceiving as far as his speed.
Yeah, he and Eric both are very quick, and they will really surprise you when they come off the line, firing off the line. They're just really fast, and it's amazing.
I see Garrett is at 5'11" and 215 pounds, so that's a lot of beef as far as I know. Where are those guys going to play tonight? Where are you thinking they're going to be?
AJ Vidal definitely on the line, probably left guard, left tackle, and Garrett, they might switch out, they might also be on the same line, get a switch out of the line, but if they get together, that's going to be very good.
Okay, I'm looking at Will Lancer again, the media guide we had here, and Coach Ostrow's was saying, in order for us to have a successful season, our players must maintain an edge and play physical and with a purpose. This will be the expectation daily. And I don't know, did you see that as far as Aiden? Again, I'm kind of pumping you because you've got a little bit of an insight. As far as that, playing with an edge, I think that's what Coach Ostrow, I saw the interview on TV, and that seems to be a mantra. I hear him chanting a lot.
Yeah, they are really competitive, and especially during practice, they don't let up. You know, they're always competitive, always doing their best and trying their best. And it's just amazing how, you know, they can always be competitive no matter what, you know, anything. It's amazing.
All right, well, the crowd is getting quiet here. I don't know if that, you and I are yakking here, if that means we're about ready to have the Star-Spangled Banner.
Once again, the restrooms are located in the high school by entering the doors at entrance number 5 by the main ticket booth. And Bremen intends to provide a healthy environment for students, staff, visitors by adopting a tobacco-free policy.
Well, maybe we're going to do some school songs here. Not quite sure. Everybody got quiet there all of a sudden, like we're going to do. Well, for the Lancers, we're kind of the opposite of what Bremen. Bremen loses 8 off the offensive side, and the Lancers return 8 as far as that's concerned. We averaged 162 yards rushing last year, 129 yards passing, and 26 points a game. So again, Aiden leading the way. We've got senior Colby Watts. So talk to me about Colby as far as he was team leader last year as far as rushing yards are concerned.
Yeah, Colby Watts is explosive, and he is just very easily able to change his direction and the way he's running, and he is very quick, and he's really smart on knowing where the holes are and how to get through the defense, and I'm expecting a lot from him, and it's gonna be a good night, good game.
Okay, and so Robbie Pope also going to see some touches tonight. Talk to me about Robbie. What do you know about Robbie?
Robbie, they use a lot when they're trying to get some, you know, little yards, maybe 3rd and short, 4th and short, and he's also like Garrett. He's very strong, he's fast, and like Colby, I'm expecting a lot from him, just like last year. He was very good last year.
And then we've got Grease Lightning in a Bottle and Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Andrew, obviously, you know, his speed, you would think he would maybe lead us in rushing, but he doesn't. He really leads us in passing yards, okay?
Yeah.
So, again, a lot of that is, even though it's not really a passing, I think they try to get the ball to him in open area. He ends up just being a rusher, just by, even though it's a completed pass. And so, again, have you seen Andrew at all? Talk with Andrew as far as this year is concerned. What are you thinking?
Well, like last year, they hit a little screen pass, and against Pioneer, we scored first, and he got a 90-yard touchdown. And he's just very fast, like you said, and it's amazing. He reminds me of, like, you know, D1 college players,
right? You
know, and I think this year we're going to see a lot like last year, to be honest. So.
Okay. Then we got Jimmy Fisher. He's our senior wideout, and Leighton Zarnecki is the tight end. How are those guys going to be? How's Aiden going to use those guys tonight? What do you think?
Well, Jimmy and Leighton and Aiden, they have a special bond. And I know. Jimmy's very, very tall, obviously. So I think it's going to be very good match.
Cool. All right, and so on the defensive side, tell me a little bit about, I've got the stats here. Let me see if I can find, as far as on the defensive side there. Okay, you've obviously got Robbie in the middle, Tyler and Jake Martin and Alex Alvarado. What do you think? Tell me about those guys.
Well, that line is going to be a very good line. They're all very big. And the defense, like I said, is a very strong, solid defense. And I think we're going to see a lot of stops this game, especially at the line. And it's going to be very good. Very good.
All right, well, we are getting ready for both teams. The Lancers are on the field. Looks like Bremen is getting ready to take the field here in a little bit. Wayne, we're going to toss it back for another 60-second timeout, and then we come back, we'll probably be ready for the Star Spangled Banner and to get ready. So, again, you're listening to Lancer Football here on LVH1.
First West Bank is a proud sponsor of LaVille Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDI.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
We're back here at Don Bungie Field on the campus of Bremen High School. Interesting that the Bremen fight song is the same as the LaVille fight song. You notice they're playing that, and I thought, oh, they're playing our school song. No, they're not. They're playing their school song, which is Go You Northwestern. And so both teams are out, and both coaching staffs are making their way. Last time we won here at Bremen, this is a little mindless trivia that Coach Scheer gave me, was 2003. So we haven't won here in several years. The score of that game was 15-8. That was back in 2003. Lancers went on. We had a 9-4 record that year, and that's a year that we won a sectional. Actually won back-to-back, one in 2002 and one in 2003. So it's been a while. We last beat Bremen at our place in 2014. And now we're going to join the Bremen High School pep band as we honor America by the playing of our national anthem. Well, that's a first when the bombs were bursting in air, if you can hear that. They shot off some fireworks and rockets right behind the Lancer fans. And I'm wondering what Lancer fans now their hearts are beating just a little bit as far as that. So that was pretty cool, to say the least. As we look around, again, we've got the subdivision off to our right, but you can just see corn out there, just corn and corn and more corn. Captains are coming out now. Lancer captains are Jake Martin, Jimmy Fisher, Jacob Hominick, And it looks like Robbie Pope are the 4 captains for the Lancers. They've already come out, and in the pregame they had the coin toss, so this is just more for show and to let everybody know what's going on. The Lancers did win the toss, and they deferred. And so Bremen will receive the opening kickoff. We're shaking hands. And we're about ready to start 2019 Lancer football. Again, on just a picture-perfect night. Couldn't ask for a much nicer. Bremen will receive the kickoff, and they're going to have the sun in their eyes for the first quarter. Field runs east and west. Field back at Lancer Stadium runs north and south, so the people who get the brunt of the sun are the announcers. And so we're in the shade, a little nice breeze up here, and we're not complaining at all because it's just a beautiful, beautiful night. Looks like Leighton Zarnecki's going to tee it up as far as the kickoff is concerned. Looks like Hunter Bennett and Brady Gintner will be deep for Bremen.
I'll be moving around, so don't worry about me. I'll just avoid you.
And we're ready. Fans are all on their feet. Everybody's ready. Let the season begin. Zarnecki deep into the end zone for a touchback. Ball will come out to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Bremen. Ethan Nunemaker will be the quarterback for Bremen. Sends R.J. Simpson out wide right. Zach Miller out left. First play from a scrimmage out to about the 25-yard line. Brady Gintner on the play, gain of 5. 2nd down and 5. Just a little run right off left tackle. Handoff to the fullback. Bryce Wogeman. Move the sticks a couple yards. 3rd down, I think this is where Coach Osterhauser said we've got to make a stand here. And we can't be giving up 3rd downs. We've got them in a 3rd and 3. What we've got to do is we've got to make sure that we're making a stand right here.
Yeah, 3rd downs are very crucial.
Handoff. Off tackle, again Ginter. Out to the 34-yard line. That'll be enough for Bremen 1st down. Tyler Student in on the tackle. All right, 1st and 10. Ball's at the Bremen 34-yard line.
Little motion there. Handoff right through the middle. Oh, there's a flag on the play.
Wogeman on the carry.
It looked shift.
Illegal shift against the Bremen Lions. Be a 5-yard penalty. Move the ball back to the Bremen 29-yard line. 1st and 15. Got Brooks and Student in the middle, along with Jake Martin, 3-man front. Nunemaker in the shotgun.
Ooh, good stop.
Hands off again to Wagaman.
Gain of 2, looks like.
Ball's up at the 31-yard line. 2nd down, 13.
Hard to see the clock.
Hard to see. I was getting ready to take a look to keep everybody up to date on what's going on as far as the clock, but the sun is right on the clock. The numbers are red, so we can't really see how much time has elapsed.
There's a good tackle for loss, yeah.
Doyle on the tackle.
That was Doyle.
Aiden Doyle on the tackle, makes penetration into the backfield, wraps up Ginter. Ball back at the Bremen 28-yard line. 3rd down and 15. Again, this is where Coach Ostrauser has just said, you know, we've got to make stand on 3rd down. We've already given up 1 3rd down. Bremen's not throwing the ball yet. We'll see what happens on this play. Again, Nunemaker set up in the shotgun. Maybe a screen. No, looking down. Is going to throw to a relief valve out here.
He'll be driven out of bounds. 4th down. Looks about 4th and 8, 4th and 9.
Ball's complete to Brady Ginter. Run out of bounds by Trent Brooks. Ball be right at the 35-yard line. Be 4th down and 9. Bremen's going to be forced to punt. Kobe Watts is deep for the Lancers.
He busted one last year for a touchdown, boys.
We would like to see him bust another one right now. Wagaman will be the punter. Takes the snap a little high. And off the side of his foot, out of bounds. At about the Bremen 48. Paul DeWitt was in there and really altered as far as he kind of ran by him, got shoved off to the side, but the Wagaman really didn't have a place to go ahead and punt the ball.
12-yard punt.
12-yard punt, so the Lancers will take over. Great field position on the 48-yard line. Yep, they'll put it up at the 47. 1st and 10 Lancers. Doyle under center. Evan Betcher. Kobe Watts in the backfield. Betcher
Be tackled at the line.
gets meat in the hole by Marty Mangus. Loss of not quite a yard on the play. Evan took 1 step and said, there.
Yeah.
I think I'm going down. And Evan's a tough kid, too. He's a tough boy. 2nd down and 11. Ball right at the Bremen 48-yard line. Watts in the backfield by himself.
Andrew lining up on the line as a... Oh.
Watts right up the middle.
Be a gain about of 4 yards. 4-yard gain on that.
Sam Huffman at the bottom of the pile. Probably going to say his name a lot tonight. Pick up down to the Bremen 44-yard line. 3rd down and 7. Hayden lined up in the shotgun. Maybe run some Wildcat here is what it looks like, possibly.
Colby Watts goes in motion. Breaks.
Watts.
Oh.
Breaks tackle. 2 or 3 times he was stopped. They ran the Wildcat there. Direct snap to not Colby, but Andrew Dill.
That'll be a first down for the Lancers. 15-yard gain. Ball on the 29.
Ball's on the 29-yard line. Oh, Mr. Thomas, Mr. Wayne Thomas. We're trying to be serious up here, and he's showing us all kinds of funny things. So, ball's at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 Lancers. Hayden again in the Doyle in the shotgun.
Motions Evan Betcher.
And Betcher in motion. Gonna roll option.
Gives it to Colby Watts.
Colby Watts. Flag on the play. A pickup of almost 10, but most likely this is going to come back. Referee's pointing. Initial call by the referee is holding against the Lancers. Ran the option perfectly. Watts hit the seam. That was a nice pickup, but
so we get
all for naught.
4-yard gain, a 10-yard penalty, so it's a 6-yard penalty total.
6-yard penalty total from the spot of the foul. So we're going to go back, and it'll be 1st and 16. Ball right smack dab at the Bremen 35-yard line.
Aiden Doyle hands it right off to Betcher. Breaks a tackle. Tackled for about 2-yard loss. That'll be 2nd down and about 18. 2nd and 18.
Good pursuit by the Bremen Lions. Evan Betcher finally going a little tough here tonight. In the first couple times he's had the ball. Ball at the 37-yard line. 2nd down around 17. Running from the shotgun again. We're going to throw for the first time.
Good pass to Andrew Dill. He gets popped.
Fisher.
That's actually Jimmy Fisher. Yeah, that's Jimmy. Jimmy Fisher. Right over the middle, a little quick hitter. Ball be at the Bremen 24-yard line. 3rd down and looks like about 5. Back to throw again.
Flag. Aiden Doyle breaks a couple tackles.
He's got the first down.
It's going to be close where they mark it.
There has been a flag on the play.
Scum buzzards. Where's the yellow paint? Back over here.
Might have been a false start.
Yeah.
Yep, false start.
You called it. Hudson will never doubt you. You called it. Line judge threw that one. And again, that's 2 different plays now. We've made had good yardage gains and going to be erased by penalties. So that's going to be 5-yard from the line of scrimmage. So we're back to where we started. 3rd down and 10. Ball just inside the 30-yard line. Again, we can't see what kind of time is left in the first period because the scoreboard has the sun shining directly on it.
5:40. Looks like.
Doyle back to throw again, steps up in the pocket. He's got a man wide open.
Oh! Incomplete. Intended receiver looks like
that's Andrew Dill.
Dill, yeah.
Dill had him beat down the side too. 4th down, the Lancers are going to go for it. Aiden did a nice job, came back, step up in the pocket, had some good time to throw. Aiden looked like Andrew looks like he just ran a little chair route just to get outside. Hits him in stride at the 10. That's a touchdown. So we're at 4th down. Looks like a little screen. Nothing doing.
Man,
Nothing doing.
Evan Betcher is finding it very hard to gain any yardage this first drive of the Lancers.
Kobe Watts with the completion, but no gain on the play. And so Bremen will take over on downs.
Looks like 4:24 left.
Coach Shear says we think it's 4:24 on the clock. I think, yeah, you can just barely, actually, I think it's 4:52 is what I think it is. I think that's what it is. Nonetheless, Bremen's got the ball. Nunemaker in the shotgun, drops back.
That will be a complete pass for a first down.
Pass complete to Sam Huffman. It's kind of a floater. Had a bunch of guys around it. Huffman went up and grabbed it. Ball will be at the 49-yard line. 1st and 10 Bremen inside the 50 in Lancer territory. Nunemaker under center this time.
Doesn't really look like the line was set before he snapped the ball, but no flag on the play.
Wagaman on the carry, straight up the middle.
That'll be a 9-yard gain. 2nd down.
They're going to give him 8 on the play. 2nd down and 2, tackled by Evan Betcher. Nunemaker under center again. Hands off this time to Brady Ginter. All the way down to the Lancer 31-yard line. Bremen sets up. No huddle. Kind of keeping the pace of the game up. They got the Lancers back on the heel. Ginter on the carry.
Tackle by Robbie Pope.
Pick up a 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7. Bremen just tried to squeeze a quick one in there. One with a no huddle. Hoping to catch the Lancers off guard. Actually, they were switching, LaVille switching out some defensive players at that point in time. I don't know if they're just trying to catch them with too many guys on the field. Nunemaker in the shotgun. Wagaman next to him.
Pass will be.
Well, what are they going to call it? They're going to call it a catch and a fumble.
The pass was completed, but he fumbled shortly after for a Lancer recovery.
They're still talking about it. And I think the discussion is done that the Lancers are going to get the ball.
Who got the recovery?
That was a good question.
You see that, Dominic? No.
Safety? I don't know the safety.
Just looking for a number. That's all. Thank you. Thank you, though. Appreciate it.
So the completion on the slant. Lancers dodge a bullet there. Bremen was driving. They've got the ball deep in their own territory. 1st down and 10 from the 13-yard line. Evan Betcher on the carry. Pick up a 2 on the play. Ball just right at the 15-yard line. 2nd down and 8.
Who carried that, Dominic?
Betcher.
Thank you.
Betcher on the carry. Hayden in the shotgun.
That'll be a false start by the Lancers left tackle.
Early in the season, unfortunately, those kind of bugs you got to get worked out. 5-yard penalty Kicks the ball back to the 10-yard line. Second down and 14.
Yep, 7-7 Northwood and Jimtown.
Doyle back to throw. Good pressure.
Oh, incomplete.
Pass intended for Jimmy Fisher is incomplete. We're going to go third down and 14.
First quarter, 7-7.
Jimtown Northwood game. First quarter 7-7. All tied up. Aiden Doyle, shotgun formation.
Hands the ball off to Colby Watts, and the Lancers are just finding it tough going out here tonight. Penalties in the first period have really hurt the Lancers. Twice they've had good plays, been called back because of penalties. Clayton Zarnecki will drop back to punt for the Lancers. Punting from deep in their own territory. Clayton worked a lot in the off season on his punting. Actually went to punting camp. And it is blocked into the end zone. Ball is recovered by Lane Mosier on about the 2-yard line. Clayton never had a chance. So, Bremen with a great opportunity to capitalize on the block punt. We'll have the ball first and goal at the 2-yard line. Gut check time for the young Lancer squad early in the season. Noonamaker under center. Full house backfield. Can hand it to Wagaman. And he is in for the touchdown. Bremen draws first blood as they go in, following a block punt. First play from the scrimmage from 2 yards out. 2 yards out. Bryce Wagaman will score. Bremen lines up. Kicker is Lenny Diaz for the PAT. Snap, and the kick. And you can tell by the crowd it's good, so Bremen draws first blood here in the first quarter. Time on the clock is about 1:09. Bremen 7, your Lancers 0. We're going to send it down to the sideline for an update on the scores.
Hey Lancer fans, advertising spots are available today with LVH1. Advertising with LVH1 at LaVille Junior Senior High School gives you business publicity with high school parents, fans, and families throughout the state of Indiana and beyond.
Advertisements can be provided by your business or made in-house by our mass media class at the high school.
All the funding goes directly to the student program and will help us gain hands-on experience in the broadcasting, video editing, and marketing fields.
If you are interested in advertising during athletic events throughout the year, please contact the broadcasting program at broadcasting@unorth.k12.in.us. or call us at 574-784-3151.
Advertise today with LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
Off for Bremen. Watson Dill are deep for the Lancers. McColby Watts takes it at about the 11. Breaks it, and he's got to do a little juking. And that is the way. I don't see any flags at all. 89 yards.
There's a flag on the play. Late flag.
The late flag at the 29. I don't know how we could have anybody doing anything at that point in time. He was by everybody. And man, if somebody did something there, I think I'd go to the Bremen sideline after that if that's a penalty on us. Referees are talking. Lancer coaches are slapping LaVille players. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Flag is at the 29. Watts was way by the flag when that was thrown.
All four of them.
Not quite sure what's going on here. Well, the Lancers are going down to line up to kick a point after.
Pretty confident right there.
Chop block against Bremen.
So the call was a chop block against Bremen.
So 89-yard touchdown.
All right, so that's going to stand, 89-yard touchdown. Zarnecki will line up for the point after. Your quarterback, Aiden Doyle, is your long snapper. How did that end up, Hudson? Any idea?
Well, he is very good at long snapping. He used to do it in junior high. I am also a long snapper for my team.
Good.
So I guess it runs in the family, as was my grandpa.
Runs in the family, 3 generations, puts it back there. Leighton Zarnecki splits the upright, and just like that, we are tied 7-7. We're going to take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Lancer
This
Football
is
on
what matters.
LVH1.
This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Indiana. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Well, Hudson, what do you think? That's the answer to when you make a lot of mistakes in the first period.
Yeah.
The first quarter, you kind of erase that. So here is the significance of that penalty. They're now going to move it up, and they're going to assess that penalty on the kickoff. So instead of Zarnecki kicking from the Lancer 40, he's going to kick from the Bremen 45. Now, Hudson, a little strategy here. Maybe do we try an onside kick if the ball's up this close? Or are you just going to we already know Zarnecki can probably split the uprights from here. What do you?
Well,
we'll soon find out, won't we?
Yeah.
All right. Zarnecki lines up. Again, a lot of coaches might take the opportunity just to do a little onside kick here. And Zarnecki is having nothing to do with it. Punts it deep into the end zone. That'll be a touchback. Bremen will take the ball at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Sun is slowly setting, so we can see there is about 50.3 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Bremen's been fighting the sun the whole time. And that's about to change. So Lancers back in the ball game, 7-7. Steve Cox along with Hudson Doyle, Scotty Shear, Wayne Thomas. The gang is here. Jake Martin just ran over Brady Ginter. Met him and just wrestled him to the ground. Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 11. some scores here. We'll do that. We'll just stay here at half. We'll stay here. Second down.
Pass.
Pass is complete.
There is another flag on the play.
Pass is complete to Sam Huffman. The guy is a chunk. He's 6'1", 230 pounds, but there's a flag on the play.
Ineligible downfield.
And it looks like the initial call is going to be ineligible receiver downfield.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is. So what happened to the Lancers has now happened to Bremen. A good pass play for a sizable gain is going to end up going the other way.
Yep, and it's line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty.
So 5-yard penalty backs the ball up to the 14-yard line. And this is where the Lancers have got to take advantage of this now. Bremen's got poor field position. We need to keep them in this end of the field, bottled up in this end of the field.
First quarter.
That'll end the first quarter. Is in the books. A little sloppy at times, but surely entertaining. Score after one complete. Your Lancer 7, Bremen 7. We're going to keep it right here, do some scores. You got some scores over here, guys? Hudson, you want to get some scores going here for me, buddy?
Score update. First quarter, Jimtown 13, Northwood 14. So far, that's all we got.
Best scores for you as we're going along this evening. Coach Shear's got dialed in on here.
Got the ticket rolling. You got to remember, we're a half hour early.
Oh, we're a half. Oh, that's right. Yeah, most ball games don't start till 7:30. All right, so Coach Shear is pleading his case right now. All right, we're going to switch ends of the field. The shadow's becoming longer and longer, but there is hardly any, just a couple of wispy clouds, and so the sun is going to be with us for a while. Second down and 15. Ball's at the Bremen 15-yard line. Noonemaker in the shotgun. Wagaman next to him. Back to pass. Again,
Intercepted
ball
by
is
Leighton
intercepted by Leighton Zarnecki. He's still on his feet. Pass was intended to Sam Huffman. It's kind of the same ball they had before. It was a floater. And the last time Huffman went up and got it, that time Zarnecki a little bit better position.
He was a little underthrown right there. That was a perfect opportunity for Leighton Zarnecki to just get that. Return it to the 10-yard line. Bremen's 10-yard line.
So we're going to have first and goal, actually. The guys laid the chains down, and so must be just right inside the 10-yard line. Lancers now with an opportunity to capitalize.
Looks like it's at the 10.
Right at the 10, but they threw the chains down, so we've got to be just ready. This has got to be first and goal from the 10. Doyle in the shotgun. Betcher next to him. Colby Watts in the slot.
Back
to pass.
Dill to the corner of the end zone, and that is another touchdown for the LaVille Lancers. Andrew Dill.
In the corner of the end zone. Perfect touch pass. And just like that, in a matter of about 3 minutes, Bremen, who had all the momentum, was up 7-0. Now finds itself down 13-7. Zarnecki will be on to attempt the point after. Snap is good. Kick.
Hold on, flag.
Up right down the middle, but there is a flag on the play. See what we got going on here.
start against the Lancers.
False start, so we'll back it up 5 yards, and we'll do it again. Zarnecki's got plenty of foot. This shouldn't be an issue. Leighton, or as they like to call him, Louis. So we're going to try it again. Zarnecki looking right into the sun. And it is no good. Wide to the left, so the 5 yards did make a difference. But the Lancers are up 13-7. First ball game, you would expect a little bit of sloppiness, and we've had it both ways now. Lancers in the first period had a couple of opportunities, good plays that came back because of penalties. Found themselves deep in the holes. Zarnecki gets a punt blocked. Bremen recovers, punches it right in. 7-0. Bremen's up. Ensuing kickoff, Colby Watts takes it to the house, 89 yards. And a touchdown. The Lancers tied up 7-7. Bremen comes back on the next play. Interception. Lancers go down and score. PAT no good. That's where we find ourselves. 13-7. Zarnecki tees it up at the 40-yard line. It's like Nunemaker and Ginter are deep for Bremen. Leighton, and that's going to be in the end zone for another touchback.
3 kicks, 3 touchbacks.
3 kicks and 3 touchbacks. So Bremen will come out and take over on the 20-yard line. 11:42 in the second quarter. Lancers ahead 13-7. Bremen will have the ball 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Martin, Brooks, and Studin as the Lancers run a 4-3 defense. Nunemaker brings him up under center. Hand off to Ginter. Gain of 1 on the play. Trent Brooks on the tackle. 2nd down and 9. Nunemaker back in the shotgun. Decides to keep it. Going to run himself. No play on the gain. Actually, I think there's going to be a loss on the play. Robbie Pope saw that one the whole way coming.
That was Bennett on the carry. Did you catch that, Coach?
That was
Bennett, number 1.
That was number 1.
Yes, sir. Lost a yard.
Lost a yard on the play. Run their own little wildcat on us. Well, 7, number the quarterback, has got a pouch on the front. Draw play.
Another.
Nowhere.
Tackle for loss.
Nowhere. Going anywhere at all. Bryce Wagaman. Welcome to Jake Martin.
Loss of 4.
Loss of 4 on the play. Ball will be back at the Bremen 16-yard line. 4th down and 14.
Last time they punted, remember, it was a 12-yard punt.
We've got a flag on the play. Somebody can't count here. I don't know which side it is.
Looks like it's the Bremen Lions.
illegal substitution.
That's what it is. So that'll be 5 more. Ball on the 11-yard line. Wagaman punting for Bremen. A little more time this time. Nice kick. Going to get a Bremen roll. Touchdown by Brady Ginter. The Lancer 38-yard line. So the Lancers will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
51-yard punt.
Statistician, the coach. 51-yard punt on that. No return. Actually, it probably could have rolled a little bit more.
Yeah.
Ginter went ahead and slapped it. Kind of think he almost tried to give it a little help along the way, but as soon as he touched it, referee came out, marked it down. So Lancers to take over. 1st and 10 at the Lancer 38-yard line. 9 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the 2nd period. Doyle in the shotgun. And there was some movement. Yep. Went on a hard snap and false start on the Lancers. Trying to get Bremen to jump, and it backfired. Doyle on the hard count. So we'll back it up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15. Ball at the Lancer 33-yard line.
Aiden Doyle back in shotgun.
Sends Dill in motion. Pass is complete to Dill. That's what they want to do, is get him out in the open. Tackle by Zach Miller. Pick up out to the 43-yard line. Pick up a 10 on the play. Be 2nd down and 5. Coach here says it's a long 5. Doyle under center.
Keeper
option.
Runs the option to Watts. He gets outside. Evades the first one.
Gaining 4 for Colby Watts.
Brought down by Hunter Bennett. Third down and 2. Ball at the just past the 47. Coach Shear says 3rd and long 1.
Jeff, you actually have to get just over the 48.
All right.
And we're at the 47.
All right, Doyle in the shotgun. Moves Watts over. He's going to have a keeper. Nothing. Nothing doing at all. Bremen saw that one coming a mile away. Hoping to have Watts to lead him through. Lose 2 on the play. Ball's back at the 45-yard line.
Oh, coach says we're going for it.
And what are we doing here?
Call timeout. You may let it roll and call timeout.
We're thinking about it on the other side. Do we want to go for it here?
Coach will wait. He'll call timeout.
What do we think? We may let the play clock run down and call a timeout and think about what we want to do here. If you roll the dice and get a 1st down. So we're going to call a timeout. We're going to take a break. 60-second timeout. You're listening to Lancer Football on LVH1.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Indiana. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
All right, we're back to Bremen High School. After a timeout, the Lance decide we're going to go ahead and punt the ball. Zarnecki gets it away on this time.
Kobe Watts. Oh.
Hunter Bennett on the return. 12-yard return. Ball will be at the Bremen 24-yard line. First and 10 Lions.
44-yard punt.
Zarnecki with a 44-yard punt. Just a little over 7 minutes left to go in the second period. Both teams have kind of settled in a little bit.
So far, our defense has been very good at holding them back and holding them to fourth downs.
Noonmaker brings him out under center.
Straight up the middle.
Hands to Wagaman.
Gets maybe first down, second down, 1 yard gain.
Tackle by Evan Betcher. Ball at the Bremen 27-yard line, second down. Lancers running the 34 defense. Noonmaker in the shotgun. As Wagaman and Ginter back there with him. Delayed handoff to Wagaman. Brought down by Trent Brooks, but not after a sizable gain. Referees say we're going to have a timeout for a measurement. All the shouting in the background as the TV station is taking a picture of all the fans and the cheerleaders. So it's going to be third and about a couple inches, not much. Lancers need a play here. Need a stuff. Need a penalty. Need a pick. Something to regain the momentum.
Bremen Lions did not get the first down. Third and inches. Right up the gut. Got the first down. Carry.
Bryce Wagaman on the carry for 2 yards. Ball's up to the 42-yard line. New set of downs. First and 10 Bremen.
37, sir.
What did I say?
37, sir.
37-yard line.
There you go. We're short of the 40, sir.
Yes, we are. That's the way math goes. 40 comes after 37.
All right.
Look at Hudson. He's smiling at me.
It's tough to see in the sun, man.
I know.
Sun's in your eyes, baby.
Huffman in motion. Put the ball out to.
Not much air. Strung it out.
Balls to Ginter. Lance is stringing out nice. Robbie Pope and Trent Woods in on the tackle for the Lancers. Pick up a maybe 1 on the play. Second down and 9, ball at the 38-yard line. Hand off to Wagaman, first man through. And again, met by Trent Woods. 4 tough yards. Third down and 5. That's where the Lancers have got to come up with a stop. This is what Coach Osterhauser talked about. These third downs are going to be key. Nunemaker back to pass.
Hanging in the air. He catches it.
How did he catch that?
That was a very good catch. Ladies are next to playing close coverage.
Not quite sure how Bennett caught that. I don't know if that ball was tipped or was just a bad throw. That was end over end, wounded duck, and somehow he came down with it.
25 yards.
25 yards on the reception.
And first down.
Moves the ball down. Bremen has the ball, 32-yard line on the march. First and 10.
3:50 to go.
Hand off to Ginter. Gain of 2 on the play. Ball just inside the 30-yard line.
Under 4 minutes.
We're under 4 minutes here in the second period. Lancers trying to put a stop to the Bremen momentum, which is picked back up.
One freshman we've been seeing playing a lot of defense, Paul DeWitt, playing defensive end along with Aiden Doyle.
Nunemaker.
Little screen
flare. Out to Wagaman. Out in the flat. Brought down by Colby Watts. Ball be at the 24-yard line. Third down and 2. He sent Ginter in motion one direction and came back with Wagaman the other. It's a little flare screen pass. 2:45 to go in the second period. Nunemaker up under center. Hands off to Ginter. And he drives the ball.
Looks like a first down.
Down to the 19-yard line. Connor Mangus in on the tackle. Ball's inside the 20 at the 19. That's going to be enough for Bremen first down. First and 10 Lions. Methodically just making their way down the field, taking chunks of 4, 5, 6 at a time. Kind of got the Lancers back on their heels right now. But we need a pick. We need a fumble. We need something here. Get the momentum. Going to call a timeout. And we're going to take a timeout. We're going to take a 30-second break. You're listening to Lancer Football on LVH1.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, Bremen takes a timeout. Talk it over, 2nd down and 5. Ball right at the 15-yard line. Bremen has just marched right down the field on the Lancers. Ginder on the student body right. Fumble, but he was down on the play.
Ball comes up and he's marked down by contact.
Ball will be spotted at the 11-yard line. 3rd down and 3. We're right at just 1 minute to go here in the second period. Lancers lead 13-7. Play coming in late to the huddle. Less than 10 seconds on the 24-second clock. And the coaches figure that out.
45 seconds to go.
45 seconds to go. Play come in late from the bench. Seemed to be a little confusion on what they wanted to do. Bremen Lions were still in the huddle with their 10 seconds left to go on the play clock. So they got up to the line. Pretty obvious that they weren't in what they really wanted to be or saw something different as far as the Lancer defense is concerned. So why not use a timeout? Come over here and we'll talk it over. Again, the ball is on the 12-yard line. 3rd down and 3. They got to get in just inside the 10-yard line for a first down. Assuming that they're probably going to have 2 for 1 here as far as if they don't make it here. Maybe even calling 2 plays while they're in the huddle now. Bremen with 1 timeout left. The Lancers are digging in, putting 5 across the front this time, moving 2 of the linebackers up. Wagaman and Ginter in the back field, in the eye. Fake. And
Intercepted.
it is intercepted.
He read that so great.
Evan Betcher on the interception. I don't know if Nunemaker just didn't see him or what happened there, but he just threw it right into Evan Betcher's hands.
That'll make a stop for the Bremen's momentum right here.
Mr. Thomas is always better on a Betcher. Is that it? Poor humor. I thought I was going with the bad jokes around here. All right, so the Lancers are going to be content just to take a knee. That's exactly what happens. 35 seconds on the clock. We're going to have to do that one more time. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
It's a 40-second play clock. We don't have to.
It's 25 on the... Yeah, we're going to be good because there's more time on that. So, the Lancers are heading to the locker room, and so is Bremen. Bremen did everything but punch it in and score. Took it all the way down. Turnovers have been a huge part of tonight's first half. Both teams capitalized on them. Both teams suffering from them as well. All right, we're going to take a... No, we're going to go down to the field for some updates is what we're going to do. So take it away, guys. Looks like Ethan is on.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Indiana. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of LaVille Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
A crisp October evening. A stadium filled with fans. A pass-through. A journey completed. A state of euphoria? No. The state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit. Pure sport. Pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of LaVille Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hey Lancer fans, advertising spots are available today with LVH1. Advertising with LVH1 at LaVille Junior Senior High School gives you business publicity with high school parents, fans, and families throughout the state of Indiana and beyond.
Advertisements can be provided by your business or made in-house by our mass media class at the high school.
All the funding goes directly to the student program and will help us gain hands-on experience in the broadcasting, video editing, and marketing fields.
If you're interested in advertising during athletic events throughout the year, please contact the broadcasting program at broadcasting@unorth.k12.in.us or call us at 574-784-3151.
Advertise today with LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Indiana. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of LaVille Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
A crisp October evening. A stadium filled with fans. A pass throw. A journey completed. State of euphoria? No. The state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit. Pure sport. Pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of LaVille Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hey Lancer fans, advertising spots are available today with LVH1. Advertising with LVH1 at LaVille Junior Senior High School gives you business publicity with high school parents, fans, and families throughout the state of Indiana and beyond.
Advertisements can be provided by your business or made in-house by our mass media class at the high school.
All the funding goes directly to the student program and will help us gain hands-on experience in the broadcasting, video editing, and marketing fields.
If you're interested in advertising during athletic events throughout the year, please contact the broadcasting program at broadcasting@unorth.k12.in.us or call us at 574-784-3155.
Advertise today with LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Indiana. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play. play.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of LaVille Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
A crisp October evening. A stadium filled with fans. A pass through. A journey completed. State of euphoria? No. The state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit. Pure sport. Pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of LaVille Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hey Lancer fans, advertising spots are available today with LVH1. Advertising with LVH1 at LaVille Junior Senior High School gives you business publicity with high school parents, fans, and families throughout the state of Indiana and beyond.
Advertisements can be provided by your business or made in-house by our mass media class at the high school.
All the funding goes directly to the student program and will help us gain hands-on experience in the broadcasting, video editing, and marketing fields.
If you're interested in advertising during athletic events throughout the year, please contact the broadcasting program at broadcasting@unorth.k12.in.us or call us at 574-784-3155.
Advertise today with LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's.
Back to Don J. Bungie Field. Scott Shear along with Steve Cox, and I always call him Tucker, but the boy's name is Hudson Doyle, and I said, you know what, by the time you get to be a senior, I'll call you by your correct name, big guy. Hey, it's great to be back on LBH1. LaVille Lancers coming back out on the field. Take a look at some halftime stats here. Bremen really dominating. They've run 32 offensive plays to 17 offensive plays for LaVille. In the rushing department, Bremen has rushed 23 times for 73 yards, and in the air, actually, quarterback Ethan Nunemaker has not thrown an incomplete pass tonight. The problem is he has 3 interceptions. He's thrown 6 complete passes to his own guys for a total of 78 yards, but 3 picks. For the LaVille Lancers, Aiden Doyle is 4 of 6 for 33 yards. First downs tonight so far in the ball game. No first downs for the LaVille Lancers, as odd as that seems, but we kept moving the ball, especially in that first series, and then penalties. A holding penalty on a 1st and 10, and then a 3rd and 5 illegal procedure penalty pushed us back and forced us into trying to go for it on 4th down, and we lost the ball on downs. For the Bremen Lions, they have 4 rushing first downs, 2 by penalties. So a total of 6 first downs for Bremen, none for LaVille. In the penalty department, 3 penalties for Bremen for 15 yards and 4 penalties for the LaVille Lancers for 21 yards. The opening score of the game came as Bryce Wogeman, after a block punt, scores on a 3-yard run. Diaz comes in, point after is good. Then following that, Colby Watts on an 89-yard kickoff return. Zarnecki comes in, and his extra point is good. That's the way we ended the first quarter. In the second quarter, there was only 1 score, although it looked like Bremen might try to run the ball down, run the clock down on their last possession, but there was 1 score after an interception by Leighton Zarnecki. Aiden Doyle found Andrew Dill from 10 yards out. Zarnecki's kick was a little wide left, and our score right now is 13 for LaVille and 7 for the Bremen Lions. 3, as we said, 3 turnovers in the game, 3 interceptions, 2 by Leighton Zarnecki and 1 by Evan Betcher. Coach Cox, bring you in for your observations.
Well, the first half, turnovers, and obviously Bremen with 3 turnovers, 3 interceptions hurt them. The Lancers with inopportune penalties in the first half, especially in the first period. So both teams kind of go back and forth as far as a little sloppy at times. You would expect that in the first ball game. The Lancers obviously dodge a bullet there at the end when Evan Betcher gets, I don't think he saw it coming.
Yeah.
I don't know if Nunemaker saw him. Just threw it, just hit him right in the chest and just went down. We run out the clock. So we're 13-7. Here getting ready to start second half. Sun is down. Wind has died down a little bit, and should be a great second half.
It should be. Got a good crowd for both sides tonight as the series resumes after a short interruption for 4 years, but it's great to have Bremen back on the schedule now. Bremen and John Glenn are our non-conference games, and then we play the Hoosier North Athletic Conference as well. So we'll get some tests as we go along this season. Coach Ostrauser needs, I think it's 4 wins to get to 50. I think he's 46-23, if my memory serves me correctly, and about 90% of the time it does. There's that small window where my memory does, take a skip, if you will. But only 4 more victories for Coach Ostrauser in his 7th year here at the helm of LaVille football.
Well, we are about ready to go ahead and tee it up. Both teams have come on out. We can actually see the scoreboard now. The sun is down, and we'll be able to try to give you a little bit better on the ticker as far as what we've got time going on. Shout out to my wife, Karen, who is watching and evaluating, and she says Scott says hi.
Hi, Cheryl.
And Cheryl. Hi, Karen. Hi, Cheryl. We appreciate the ladies, and they said the camera work has been excellent. If the announcer would just get the right words out, we would be much better. And they're not talking about you, Hudson. They're talking about me. So, Hudson, what do you think about first half, buddy?
I think it was really good. We had a couple mistakes here and there, 4 penalties, but we did really good on defense, and I think we're going to come out swinging.
So the Lancers deferred, and they are going to get the kick the first and second half. Lenny Diaz will tee it up for the Lions. Dylan Watts are deep for the Lancers. Both of them, they get just a little jiggle room, and they're off to the races. So we're ready. Start of the second half. Kobe Watts at the 14. Right up the gut, gets the outside. He gets out there. He gets a couple blocks. I don't see any flags out there. Running out of bounds at about the, referee looks like he's standing on the 43-yard line. First and 10 Lancers. Great field position as we start the second half. Watts with that speed, if he gets to the corner like that, gets a couple blocks, he was just 1 tackle away from maybe breaking that one loose. So the Lancers will be first and 10, ball at the 43-yard line. Just started here in the third period. Beautiful night in Bremen, Indiana. We're glad that you're watching with us. Doyle in the shotgun as Watts set with him. Sends Dill in motion. Gonna run the option. Decides to keep the ball.
Looks like there's a flag on the play.
Probably going to be a holding would be my guess. Yep. Holding against the Lancers.
He gets 2 and the penalty's 8.
So a 2-yard gain. Penalty will be from, spotted from where the foul was. So we're going to march it back to in between the 30 and the 31. First down and a bunch. First down and scoreboard says first down and 22. Lancers line up, same formation. Doyle on the shotgun, drops back. Quick out to Andrew Dill. Shakes one tackler. Knocked out of bounds by Hunter Bennett. Close to being a late hit. Gain of 8 on the play.
Second and 14.
Ball will be at the 38-yard line. Second down and 14. Full house backfield. Brings Betcher into the fold.
Aiden Doyle. Looks like he gets a keeper. Up
Doyle
the middle.
again on the keeper, calls his own number.
About 2 yards.
Tackle by Lane Mosier. Ball just on the other side of the 40-yard line. Third down and 13. Zarnecki brings the play in. Connor Mangus heads to the sidelines. So we've got Zarnecki in the slot along with Jimmy Fisher and Evan Betcher. So we've got trips to the left out here. And we're going to look the other way. And I don't know if that's intercepted. I don't know who's got the ball. That's a wrestling match. And the ball hit the ground. The referee was right there, didn't hesitate at all. Bremen fans thought there was an interception there. Back judge immediately stepped in, made the call, very definitive. So the Lancers going with a little misdirection there. Sent trips to the left. Doyle looks them off. Goes back to the right, almost worked. Zarnecki will be back to punt for the Lancers. Hunter Bennett is deep for Bremen.
Good snap.
Punt takes a hits at the 27 and rolls back 5 yards. Ball be at the
27-yard punt.
33-yard line, 27-yard punt for Zarnecki. Be first and 10 Bremen.
Let's see if LaVille's defense can make a good stop here.
Did you buy that?
Nunemaker starts under center. As Wagaman and Ginter in the backfield. Hands off to Ginter. Kind of jumbled it a little bit, fumbled a little bit.
We got hit down there by Doyle first.
Pickup of a yard on the play. Aiden Doyle. Looks like he might have got his hand in there just to knock it loose a little bit. Evan Betcher there to clean it up. Pick up a 1 on the play. Second down and 9.
So far, we've seen very good results from the Lancers defense with three interceptions.
Misdirection. Fake the ball to Wagaman. Kind of a little crossbuck is what they did there. Wagaman went right. Ginter went left, handed it off to Ginter. And he went off the left side. Pickup down to the 45-yard line. And a Bremen first down, 1st and 10. 9:32 left here in the third period. The Lancers leading 13-7. Lancers take the opening drive due to a penalty. Ends up stalling out. Bremen now having the ball for the first time in the second half. Nunemaker in the shotgun. Again, the same play.
Robbie Pope is there to...
Robbie Pope sniffed it out that time. Back when I was a boy, they called that a crossbuck. They just take their backs, and Walgerman is lined up on the left tailback, comes through, and they just kind of do a little X. He fakes to Walgerman, hands to Ginter, kind of like a little counter. That time, Robbie Pope smelled it out and was there to make the stop. Gain of 1 on the play.
I like to say, put your hope in the Pope.
Put your hope in the Pope? Oh, no. Mr. Thomas. Is that another one of yours? Yeah. Oh, you thought of that in your own? Oh, that's because Hudson's standing right next to him. Play action. Nunemaker looking down, going to pull it down. Nobody. Oh. Nobody to throw it to.
Good tackle by Mangus. Connor Mangus.
Trent Brooks.
Oh.
Yeah, that was number 30. That was Trent Brooks, yeah. Nunemaker on some play action. Nobody down. Lancer defense did a nice job in the secondary and coverage. Nunemaker, nothing to do. Had nothing but just to kind of run it out. And Trent Brooks playing on the left side of that Lancer defense. Again, they've got that 3-4 defense. Brooks is on the left end, with Jake Martin on the other side. And Tyler Student in the middle. Nunemaker again drops back to pass. Looks like a little screen maybe set up. And
incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. Referee says he skipped it in there. Had it actually been complete, he was on his knees and was down anyway. So that would have been a 10-yard loss had that been completed. So that actually worked in Bremen's favor that ball skipped in there. So we got 4th and 15. Bremen stalls out. Both teams have had an initial drive. We're at 7:31 here to go in the third period. Kobe Watts is deep for the Lancers. Bryce Walgerman back deep to punt. And they're going to kick it away from him.
Kobe Watts will pick it up.
Watts picks it up.
Breaks one tackle and is brought down around the 20.
Hunter Bennett had him around the ankles, wouldn't let go. So Watts chases it down, never really had much of a chance.
47-yard punt.
Walgerman is a 47-yard punt. Ball's on the Lancer 21-yard line. 1st and 10, LaVille. Oh my. Now they're sending in all of the bad puns. I've been told that Watts is electric. Folks, I'm just reading them now. I'm not even coming up with them. All right, 1st and 10 Lancers. Deep in their own territory. Andrew Dill in motion.
Snap directly to Colby Watts.
Lancers run the Wildcat. Bremen stiffs it out. Zach Miller on the tackle. No gain on the play. 2nd down. Ball is at the 21-yard line. 6:56 here in the third period. Lancers 13, Bremen 7. Both teams have had one drive that has stalled here in the third period. This is the Lancers' 2nd drive here in the third quarter. Seems to be a little confusion in the backfield, and we're going to have to call a timeout. Connor Mangus came over. Doyle said, "What are you doing here?" And so we're going to take a break. 30-second timeout. You're watching, listening to Lancer Football on your home for Lancer Football and Lancer Sports, LVH1.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. There's just one.
And we're back. Lancers call timeout. Go to the sidelines, kind of figure out what went wrong. Again, Mangus went in motion, and Doyle was trying to put him on the right side. Obviously, that looks like they've got that fixed. Doyle on the pass.
Nice little pop pass to Jimmy Fisher.
Jimmy Fisher. That has got to be close to a first down.
Very close. Timeout.
Officials are going to call a timeout for a measurement.
Binoculars out, baby. See how close this is. He's short. I think he's short.
Call in the booth as a short.
Hey, zoom in as much as you can.
Shout out to the Bremen High, Craig Miller, Dale Miller, Eric Hudson, and Mark Andrews.
I don't know.
Well, we've got...
Looks like we got it.
Well, he's got it.
First down for the Lancers.
Fisher's forward momentum. Turn the lights on, please.
Hey, let there be light.
So the Lancers get a fresh set of downs. First and 10 from the 31.
And Doyle under center. Quick little quarterback keeper up the middle. Looks like it's a gain of 2-3 yards.
So Hudson, what was he doing there? Just calling his number?
Yeah, probably trying to keep the Bremen Lions on their toes. Nice little.
See, Hudson would have been ready for that. He plays center on that.
Yeah, that's right.
Football team. Hudson would have been all right. Let's go.
Hudson is the center on the junior high football team, and he said he just cleared a path all the way to the end zone. Could have been him. All right, second down. Pick up a 2 on the play. Doyle sends Watts in motion.
Looks like it's the option.
Option again. This time to Pope. Robbie
breaks
Pope
away. He breaks away.
He's going.
Nice.
Robbie Pope juking and jiving on the far sideline. All the way down to the Bremen 39-yard line. First and 10 Lancers, 5:08
36-yard run.
in the third period, left in the third period. 36-yard run by Robbie Pope. First and 10 Lancers.
And Doyle under center again.
And I think that's going to be a false start on us.
Yep.
I think our center started running before he snapped the ball. Yep. All right, 5-yard penalty. Ball's back at the 44-yard line. First and 15.
Aiden Doyle in shotgun. Pope at his left side. Drops back to pass. Passes in the air.
Oh!
Intercepted. That is intercepted.
Tried to get behind. Colby Watts tried to get behind the Bremen defense.
It'll be Mulligan.
Zach Miller on the interception. So the Lancers had the momentum driving Tried to go for the big ball. Bremen ends up with it. 4:34 left to go in the third period. LaVille 13, Bremen 7. Bremen now with the 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line. Oh, that's a killer.
Aiden Doyle there, and on the tackle, along with what looks like Jake Martin.
Wogman on the carry. Pick up a maybe 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9. Ball right at the 20-yard line. Clock running, 4:14 here in the third period.
Expanded focus button doesn't do anything to the actual image, right? That's what I know it does.
Full house backfield for Bremen. Gives it to Genner, and they just push the pile. We got a big rugby scrum there going on. Ball's up to the 24-yard line. 3rd and 5, ball on the 24-yard line. 3:35 left to go in the third period. Lancers leading 13-7. Lancers have had 2 possessions here in the third period, 1 punt. And then the interception by Bremen. This is Bremen's 2nd drive in the third period. Nunemaker in the gun.
Robbie Pope blitzing.
Nunemaker pass.
Incomplete.
Intended for Wagaman, drops incomplete. So it'll be 4th down and 5. Bremen's going to be forced to punt. Kobe Watts drops back. Last time Wagaman punted, you could see he's intentionally punting away from Watts. They don't want to give him any opportunity to run one back, especially when they're punting from deep in their own territory. Watts is about his own 45-yard line. Should be a pretty good.
Looks like there was a flag on play. I'd say false start on the Bremen Lions.
Watts gets it, turns around, couple yard pickup. As Hudson said, there's a flag on the play, tackled by Zach Miller. Preliminary call is an illegal shift against the Lions. So now, if you're LaVille, do you want to make them back up and punt it again, or just be satisfied you got the ball at the 45-yard line and try to punch it in? 2:52 left to go here in the third period.
Wow.
So illegal shift, and it is assessed after the run back. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Well, no matter what, ball's just right out inside the 50.
Aiden Doyle again with the keeper up the middle.
So Hudson, there's got to be a reason we're running this little keeper up the middle. What's going on here? Come on, you're a center. Let me in on the secret. What's going on here?
What we're doing, so we're trying to draw them in and make them key on that play. So if we run it again here, maybe, or after this play, we're trying to get them drawn in the middle, and then on the next play, we're going to try and go outside.
All right, you heard it here. Hudson, that's what he does for a living. He's a center on the 8th grade football, junior high football team. Oh, here we go. We got people jumping all over the place here. And I think that's going to be on Bremen. So maybe that's part of what's going on. They've got that little keeper up the middle.
Trying to get them to jump. A little penalty on the Lions.
5-yard penalty on Bremen, offside. Second down 3, 2:05 left to go here in the third period. Your Lancers leading 13-7. Second down about 3. Doyle under center.
Up the middle,
Ends off to Evan Betcher.
Looks like there's a flag on play,
there's
though.
Another flag on the play. That's what killed us in the first period. That's a first down plus about 10 on top of that.
Holding.
So that's going to be another holding call. And that will be from the spot of the foul. So instead of having the ball inside the 30, we're going to march it out and be at the Bremen 48-yard line. So now we're 2nd and 9, minute 47 left to go in the third period. Critical holding call.
Who ran that ball?
That was Betcher. Evan Betcher on the run. Doyle in the shotgun. Gonna run the option, calls his own number.
Gets a couple yards in the process.
Good open field tackle by Grant Kaufman.
Gain of 5.
Gain of 5 on the play. Third down and 4, minute 10 left to go here in the third period. Lancers moving the ball ever so slightly. Holding penalty really has hurt us on this drive. Going to run the option again. This time Watts
breaks it outside. Oh. Just tackled outside the goal line.
And on the tackle, Hunter Bennett hurt himself. And he's hobbling over there. I'm good to see him up. He went down. He was grabbing onto that right leg. Trainers immediately out to go see what's going on. But that's going to move the chains all the way down to the Bremen 15-yard line.
28-yard line. Thomas, injured on the field. Like that number.
Hunter Bennett came down awkward as he knocked Watts out of bounds. So 1st and 10 Lancers, ball at the 15, 33 seconds left to go in the third period. Lancers are knocking on the door.
Watts was running just like the 7th bell rang. End of the day, going home. Trying to get out of there as fast as he can.
Hudson, did you make that up on your own?
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right, so there's Doyle again on the keeper. Not much. Fell forward. I don't know if it's much of a gain. Looks like that's going to be the end of the quarter. Bennett went over. Kind of shook it off a little bit, coming on back in. And so that's the way it's going to end. 3 quarters are in the books. Slugfest in the third period. Still the same score. Lancers 13, Bremen 7. We're going to take a 60-second timeout. You're listening, you're watching to Lancer Football on LVH1.
Hey Lancer fans, advertising spots are available today with LVH1. Advertising with LVH1 at LaVille Junior Senior High School gives you business publicity with high school parents, fans, and families throughout the state of Indiana and beyond.
Advertisements can be provided by your business or made in-house by our mass media class at the high school.
All the funding goes directly to the student program and will help us gain hands-on experience in the broadcasting, video editing, and marketing fields.
If you're interested in advertising during athletic events throughout the year, please contact the broadcasting program at broadcasting@unorth.kgov.in.us or call us at 574-784-3151.
Advertise today with LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Indiana. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We're back to start the fourth period. First play from scrimmage. Doyle tries to connect with Fisher over the middle. There is a collision, and Nunemaker again is on the receiving end of that. And he's kind of hobbling a little bit, kind of holding on to his head. So it would be third down and 10.
Doyle in the shotgun with Evan Betcher. And Doyle. Oh, no, there's the flag. Pass interference. Looks like Dill's hurt on the sidelines.
Flag on the play. Andrew Dill is down in the corner. And I don't know what he's holding on to. And he is not getting up. He is not getting up.
He had a problem with the toe earlier this week.
Yeah, we're not going to speculate what's going on, but athletic trainer Gary Hall is down. Looks like he's got a cramp. That's what, not that that's a good thing, but that...
That's going to be automatic first down.
So there's a penalty, pass interference.
Half the distance. So
Half the distance to the goal line, so the ball is going to be at the Bremen 7-yard line. Gary Hall is stretching out Andrew Dill down in the corner. I don't know if they're going to wait. He's off the field quite a ways. He's actually almost laying on the track. Referees don't seem to be in any hurry to get this going. I don't know if they're going to wait until they get it all straightened out or what they're going to do. Referees are kind of looking that direction. Gary's rubbing.
Timeout.
All right. Do we have any scores here, guys? Oh, we got a break here.
I have these.
Hudson, we got a little bit of break here. Why don't you go ahead and give us some scores?
Jimtown 14, Northwood 28. Elkhart Central and Elkhart Memorial in the second quarter, 14-14. Report New Prairie up 12-0, second quarter. Fairfield and Goshen up by 7, second quarter. Third quarter actually, Goshen up by 20. St. Joe and Concord, third quarter, 7-7 tie.
We heard unofficially by Coach Shear's sources, 13,000 at the Elkhart Memorial game tonight, because tonight is the last night those two teams are going to play each other, because next year they're going to just be consolidated into one big humongous school called Elkhart High School. So Dill is up, which is good to see, and he's walking gingerly, but he's not limping. Initially, when he went down, it looked like he might have got tangled up with the defender and went down awkwardly, because he tried to get up and went right back down.
I'm going to the end zone right now. 11, first and goal to 7 on goal.
All right, so Coach.
Now, wait a minute, they're calling it 3rd and 3.
Now, well, wait a minute. We thought it was going to be 1st and 7. A penalty ends up being only 3rd and 3. 11:48 to go in the quarter. We just started the 4th quarter. Our mistake.
Aiden Doyle in shotgun. Gets a snap, a little high. Kobe Watts.
Hands it to Watts. Watts off the left side. Ball's down to around the 2-yard line. That'll be a first down.
They're going no huddle. Aiden Doyle under center. Little sneak up the middle. No touchdown.
Tried to do a little spin out of there is what he did. He's done enough where he's just went straight ahead. That time went straight ahead and just got caught up in the middle of the pile. So 2nd down and goal. Ball's at the 2-yard line. 11:08 to go in the 4th period. LaVille leading 13-7 and knocking on the door. Doyle in the shotgun. Watts next to him. Hands off to Watts. And
he's in.
Finds the end zone for a Lancer touchdown. Kobe Watts takes it in from 2 yards out. Makes the score LaVille 19, Bremen 7. Leighton Zarnecki will line up for the PAT.
Aiden Doyle long snapping.
Nathan Watts is the holder. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 10:49 left to go in the 4th period, the Lancers come up and score early on the first drive and make it 20-7. Lancers come out and they line up. They'll be at the 40-yard line. Zarnecki, who does all of the punting, kickoffs, point after. Again, he's a great kid. And I know during the off season, especially this summer, worked real hard as far as his kicking was concerned. I know he went to at least one camp that I'm aware of.
He's a busy guy because he's also coached the LaVille rep to be an IHSAA part of the student leadership.
Oh, I'm just hearing from Coach Shear that he was also in a student leadership representative as far as the IHSAA. So 10:49 to go. Lancers leading 20-7. Going to kick off. This time it's going to be at the 10-yard line. Oh!
Nice tackle.
R.J. Simpson on the return for Bremen and just got leveled by James Betcher. Oh, man. Felt that one up here in the booth. Mr. Thomas said his shoulder hurts. So Bremen with the ball. 22-yard line, 1st and 10. Bennett on the keeper. Pick up of 8 on the play. 2nd down and, well, they back it up a little bit. Pick up a 7 on the play. 2nd down and 3. Ball's at the Bremen 28-yard line. Bennett now running the show instead of Ethan Nunemaker. Switch up at quarterback here. Don't know if there's something wrong with Nunemaker, if he got hurt. Nunemaker's standing over on the sideline by the coach.
There's a little confusion in the backfield there.
Delay a game.
Delay of game penalty against Bremen. Pregame had set up on his right side, and Bennett sifting over to the left. And again, as Hudson just said, there just seemed to be some confusion. You hate to see that after you've had a good play on the first play. So 5-yard penalty, 2nd down and 8. Ball at the Bremen 24-yard line. Hunter Bennett now calling the shots for Bremen. Sets up to throw.
Kobe Watts intercepted it.
And again, pass was intended for Brady Ginter. That was another one of those end over end. Not quite sure. Again, didn't look like he had that much pressure on him. Easy pick. So with 9:32 left to go, about the last thing Bremen wanted to do is turn the ball over and give the Lancers good field position. So LaVille has the ball, 1st and 10 on the Bremen 45-yard line.
Who's playing center field on that one?
Key right now is just take some time off the clock. We just want to run the ball, take a little time off the clock. A little 4 or 5 minute drive here and go down and get another score would be what the coaches would be drawing up right now. Doyle in the shotgun, looks at the play clock. Hands off to Watts. Watts gets to the edge, gets around the corner.
Gets a 1st down.
Tackle by Sam Huffman. But again, once he gets to the corner, ball just on the other side of the 35-yard line. That's going to be another Lancer 1st down. Clock running. 9:18 left to go here in the 4th period. LaVille 20, Bremen 7. Lancers looking to put a nail in the coffin here. Need to take some time off the clock. Go down and punch another one in. Doyle in the shotgun. Betcher next to him. Watts in the slot. Hand off to Evan Betcher, and he got met in the hole. It is good to see Evan playing. Last year he got injured in the very first game down at Culver Military last year. Was lost for the entire season. So Evan, amongst anybody, has been ready to get out here and hit somebody, and man, he just got the wood laid to him on that one. Tough kid. Pick up a 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7. Ball's at the Bremen 32-yard line. 8:20 left to go here in the 4th period. Clock running, which is what the Lancers want.
Gonna hurry up to the line with about 3 seconds.
There you go.
Hand off to Kobe Watts again.
Up the middle.
Watts
Outside spin.
does that little spin at the end. Ball's on the, looks like about the 26-yard, 27-yard line. 3rd down and 2.
Gain of 5 there.
Lancers are trying to take as much time off the play clock as they can. Doyle turning around and looking at the play clock. They don't want to get up there and run the play too soon. There he's looking at it again. Sees he's still got 11 seconds left, so he can take his time as far as the snap is concerned. Just good clock management going on right now.
There we go. Good boy.
Hands off again to Evan Betcher. Rolls forward. It's going to be close. He was hit in the backfield. Rolled forward, so now the Lancers have got it 4th and about a foot. They're at the Bremen 25-yard line. Under 7 minutes left to go. 6:57. Clock running. This is a real key play. If we get a 1st down here, we can run another couple minutes off of the clock. Doyle set up. Hands off to Andrew Dill back in the game. Dill gets outside, run out of bounds, but he gets the first down. It's good to see Andrew back out there. As Coach Shear just went, he just runs away from people.
Evidently his calf feels a lot better now. Must have been a little cramp there.
4-yard gain, enough for a Lancer first down, run out of bounds, so the clock stops with 6:39. LaVille 20, Bremen 7. Lancers again deep in Bremen territory. Content just to run the ball. 3 or 4 yards at a pop. Evan Betcher up the middle. Inside the 20-yard line. Pick up a 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7. Clock ticking down, 6:14. And again, they've got 21 seconds left. So I'm sure Doyle's going to go up and just sit and look at this for a little bit.
Take your sweet time. Make sure everybody's set.
Again, Aiden just turning around, looking at the play clock.
No.
Flag on the play. Yep. Procedure calls what it's going to be against the Lancers. Does 2 things. Moves us back 5 yards and it stops the clock. That's what we needed to keep the clock moving, and now the clock stops. So ball's going to back up 5 yards. 2nd down and 12. Ball's on the Bremen 24-yard line. Now, for whatever reason, they started the clock. I thought after a penalty, that's what I get for thinking. Hand off again to Colby Watts.
Right
Watts,
up the middle.
again, hard running. You get what's called yards after contact. He got popped at about the 17, but his momentum, he's just running hard now, takes him all the way up past the 15-yard line. So not only is he making good yardage, the yards after contact, another couple. So now we're 3rd and 3, ball's on the 15-yard line. We're right at 5 minutes left to go. Lancers again looking to move down here and take, the time is now what we need to do. We like to score, but just taking time off the clock is what we need to be doing here.
Again to
Same
Colby
thing.
Watts.
Still on his feet.
Watts.
Looks very close to the first down. I don't know if they got it, though. It's going to be close.
Watts was initially stopped. And they're going to give it to him. They're going to give it to him, so ball is on the 12-yard line, and they'll get the clock going again. 4:30 left to go here in the 4th period. The Lancers get 4 more downs.
8 plays, 3 first downs in this series.
Lancers have 8 plays and 3 first downs, and they're going to have to hustle if they're going to want to get this one off.
Go.
And
We moved again. We probably moved.
same thing. What's happening is that we're trying to work the clock. And we're getting up and we're not getting set, and we're getting a little jumpy. So we're going to move it back 5 yards.
But the clock starts rolling again.
1st and 15, ball's at the 17-yard line. Right at 4 minutes left to go here in the 4th period. And again, the Lancers are really doing what they need to do. They started with the ball at 9 minutes left to go.
Colby Watts.
Just want to stay inbounds, what we want to do. Watts tries to get outside, can't make the corner this time. Probably a loss on the play.
Yeah, back to the 19.
Ball's back to the 19-yard line, but the clock continues to run, and we're going to get another 35 seconds. So Doyle and the gang are just going to stand in the huddle. We're going to be able to run it down to right at 3 minutes before we even take a snap. So tremendous clock management. Lancer drive started. There were over 9 minutes when we got the ball. Have taken 6 minutes off of the clock. Have done a real good job showing some great poise as far as this first game is concerned. Hand off to Betcher. Betcher.
There he goes.
Finding some room over the left side. Clock continues to run. Third down and 9. Ball right at the 11-yard line. Bremen's going to have to burn a timeout. So with 2:43 left to go, your Lancers 20, Bremen 7. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening, you're watching Lancer football on LVH1.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Don Bungie Field here in Bremen, Indiana. Perfect night for football. Weather has been spectacular. Lancers had the ball 3rd and 9. 2 minutes and 43 seconds left to go. Ball's on the 11-yard line. Bremen had to use a timeout to get the clock stopped. Hand off to Watts, and he is going to score.
Good running by Colby Watts there.
He is going to score. Watts to the left and then breaks back against the grain. Nothing Bremen could do but just wave at him as he went by. So the Lancers, first play after the timeout, make it 26-7. 2:38 left to go. Zarnecki in for the PAT. Snap the hold, kick is up. All right, down the middle. Makes a score. LaVille 27, Bremen 7. Hudson, we couldn't have scripted that any better, could we?
No, we could not.
Ran 7 minutes off the clock. 11 plays, 45 yards, ran 7 minutes off the clock, and put 7 points on the board. How many? 4 first downs. Very thankful for Coach Scheer being up here tonight, giving us all these stats. Hudson giving us the inside scoop on all these trick secret plays that quarterbacks and centers do. Mr. Thomas feeding us all the bad puns.
And the good ones.
There was a good one. All right. Zarnecki tees it up. Bennett and Simpson are deep for Bremen. 2:38 left to go. Zarnecki with the deep ball again, does a nice job. Simpson on the 7-yard line.
He's got nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go at all, and it's just a huge mass of Lancers. The and meet him right around the 20-yard line. So you're hoping to win your opener. You're hoping to win your opener against Bremen. That's like a double bonus. Ball's at the 24-yard line. Ethan Nunemaker returns in at quarterback for the Lions. 1st and 10 from the 24, 2:29 left on the clock. Hands off to Wolgeman. Upended by Zarnecki. Ball is right at the 30-yard line. Pick up a 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4. Clock still running. 2:10 here in the 4th period. Nunemaker under center. Ginder and Wolgeman in the backfield. Hand off to Wolgeman. Alex Alvarado. Yes, sir.
Lancers with the win tonight are 6-1 under Coach Ostrauser in season openers.
Well, there's a piece of trivia. You might have been able to hear that. Lancers under Coach Ostrauser in their season openers are now going to be 6-1. It's a great way to come out of the chute. Nunemaker in the gun.
Looks like it's
pressure. Robbie Pope strips it from him. Nunemaker is sacked and fumbled.
Recovered by the Lancers.
Pope strips the ball from him.
Dominic, who got it, buddy?
I thought. Evan Betcher was right there. We couldn't really see. There was just kind of a pile of humanity there. So the Lancers will take over on the recovery, the fumble recovery.
Run the clock now, a couple plays and we're done.
1st and 10. All we got to do is take a knee a couple times here, and this ball game's over.
Great way to start the year.
Well, Coach Ostrauser said we had to come and play with an edge. Get this first win on the road. Doyle just comes up underneath center. He's just going to take a knee. Clock running, 1:05 left to go, and now it's just a matter of just running out the clock. Lancers will go back. So we're going to have to run one more play. Lancers come out and line up one more time. Again, looking at the play clock. Doyle takes a knee, and that's going to be it. Clock is going to run out. 24 seconds left to go. Let the celebration begin in Lancer Nation. Haven't played the Bremen Lions in 5 years. And they come into Bremen territory and win tonight's ball game. Your final, LaVille 27, Bremen 7. Mr. Thomas, we're going to take a 2-minute timeout. Okay, can we do 2 minutes? And then we're going to come back and we'll have a post-game show afterwards. So stay with us. 2-minute timeout. Lancers win 27-7. We'll be back for our post-game show. You're listening to Lancer Football on LVH1.
Do you want final stats or no?
Yeah, can you get it?
It'll take me a little bit.
Okay, we'll talk. We'll talk. We got a 2 minutes. whole place to yourself. You don't have all this gathering going on up here.
Hey, fans, One at LaVille Junior Senior High School gives you business publicity with high school parents, fans, and families throughout the state of Indiana and beyond.
Advertisements can be provided by your business or made in-house by our mass media class at the high school.
All the funding goes directly to the student program and will help us gain hands-on experience in the broadcasting, video editing, and marketing fields.
If you're interested in advertising during athletic events throughout the year, please contact the broadcasting program at broadcasting@unorth.k12.in.us or call us at 574-784-3151.
Advertise today with LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Indiana. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of LaVille Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
A crisp October evening. A stadium filled with fans. A pass throw. A journey completed. State of euphoria? No. The state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit. Pure sport. Pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
We are back in Bremen, Indiana, where Coach Ostrauser said from the very beginning, we need to play with an edge. Steve Cox, Hudson Doyle, you're beginning to wonder who the beautiful people are up here. Well, yeah, you can see it's Hudson up here. He's got red hair. I used to have red hair, but it's gone a long time ago. So the Lancers win tonight, 27-7. A game where first half they had a few mistakes, but really kind of corrected those at halftime. So Hudson, what's your take as far as the game overall? What'd you get?
I got really good vibes, and especially on the offense, we had really good, execution, and Kobe Watts did very good. Especially on defense, we had four interceptions. 2 of those were Colby's, and he did really good both ways. And I think we did a very good job for our game.
The final drive really was something that was what a veteran ball club, and you've got these guys now who have played together for 3 years. Really came down. We ended up with the ball and about 9 minutes left to go. And I turned to Hudson and said, buddy, we just need to run some time off the clock and score. And that's exactly what we did. Had 4 first downs in that drive and took the ball down. Aiden Doyle, fantastic job as far as clock management is concerned, coming down, waiting until we almost had no time left on the play clock. And so really put Bremen in a place where even if we didn't score, they were going to find themselves deep in their own territory with not much time left to go. As you can see, the smoke is rising above Coach Scheer. Can you see the top of his head there? Can we get a shot of Coach Scheer here? He is just feverishly working there. He's like robo-computer as far as the stats are concerned. And he tonight has just done fantastic as far as just keeping us with all kinds of good information. And we have just enjoyed tonight as far as the being here. This is just a wonderful program at LaVille High School. And all kidding aside, Mr. Wayne Thomas has done a fantastic job. Last year, a lot of trial, a lot of error, a lot of tears, a lot of crying, but just learning. And tonight, we got here, and we were set up 45 minutes before we were ready to go on the air. And that's just a testament to him and his team. They got a great staff here as far as the young people, and especially the commitment of the young people to come out on a Friday night. Could be over with their friends over in the stands, goofing off, but they came over here and really presented a quality product. And so we're just very thankful for Mr. Thomas and his crew of guys. I think the key was he fed them McDonald's beforehand. You know, that was the supper of champions. They were all happy over there. The guys did a great job, and we're just very thankful that we can have this this for the community. So we're going to take a 60-second timeout. Coach Sherry, you about ready there, buddy?
We are.
All right, he's shaking his head. So let's go back for 60 seconds, and we're going to come back, and we'll do our post-game wrap-up and give you some stats. Again, you're watching Lancer Football on LVH1.
Hey Lancer fans, advertising spots are available today with LVH1. Advertising with LVH1 at LaVille Junior Senior High School gives your business publicity with high school parents, fans, and families throughout the state of Indiana and beyond.
Advertisements can be provided by your business or made in-house by our mass media class at the high school.
All the funding goes directly to the student program and will help us gain hands
or call us at 574-784-3151.
Advertise today with LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
Hey, back to Don J. Bungie Field here in Bremen, Indiana. Scott here along with Steve Cox. And, you know, I'm telling you what, he's not here, and I said it, I nodded my head as you were saying it. But Hudson Dole did a fantastic job tonight. You know, he just continues to learn. He's one of our junior high kids, a part of the broadcasting club that we have here at the school, LVH1, that Mr. Thomas runs. And so just kudos tonight to Hudson. I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, he did awesome. You know, right from the very beginning, you know, I just fed him some questions, and sometimes kids, they get a little nervous, and they don't know what to say. Hudson obviously has played sports, come from a sports family, and well, actually, in the beginning, I kept doing this at him, which I mean, kept talking. You need to talk a little bit more, because I think Hudson. But as the game got going, got a little more comfortable. He did a great job. So tell us about some stats, buddy. What we got going on here?
Got some final stats for you tonight. In the rushing department, you know, things were a little close at halftime in the rushing department. Not so much as the game progressed. LaVille began to run the ball effectively. We had no first downs in the first half. Finished the ball game with 6 first downs, including 4 in that very crucial drive where we basically, you know, if the game wasn't in the bag, I wouldn't say it was in the bag, but, you know, put the game away is probably a better terminology. We were able to put the ball game away. So 167 yards rushing tonight for the Lancers. 43 yards passing tonight for the Lancers, so over 200 yards of offense tonight against a very good Bremen Lion defense. Also, in the first down department, we talked about that with 6. And let's see, penalties, we finished with 8. Now, that's probably something that Coach Hostrauser is going to address. 8 penalties for 49 yards unofficially. On the Bremen side of things, 91 yards rushing. They were 6 for 12 for 78 yards in the air. They did not complete a pass, except to us, in the second half. Total first downs, they had 7, and they finished with 5 penalties and 25 yards tonight. So, total of 4 interceptions for us, a fumble recovery. You know, guys in the right spots tonight, just doing a great job. Once again, we'll hit the scoring summary. We'll start way back in the first quarter, where Bryce Wogelman, he's the one that put Bremen on the board first. Bryce Wogelman, 3-yard touchdown run. That was late in the first quarter. Diaz comes in, adds the PAT. Then shortly after that, I don't even think it was 10 seconds off
Yeah,
the game
maybe,
clock.
yeah. Not much at all.
Colby Watts gets the ball 11-yard line. You know what? Little zag, 89 yards later, he's in the end zone. 89-yard touchdown return, kickoff for a touchdown, and we come in. Zarnecki adds it and ties the game at 7.
We're back at the ball game too, because right at that point in time, we really needed a pick-me-up, and that was just a great way. Kind of took the crowd out of it as well, and so that was a great way to neutralize what was going on as far as Bremen's attack was concerned.
So then, the LaVille defense is back on defense now, and so what does Leighton Zarnecki do? He steps in front of a pass, intercepts the ball, and guess what? One play later, Aiden Doyle, Andrew Dill, 10 yards out. It's a touchdown. We were a little wide left on the PAT, so we're up 13-7, and that's the way it stayed through halftime and the third quarter. As we begin the fourth quarter of play, it's still 13-7. It's still a ball game. That is until LaVille has the football, start of the fourth quarter, completing a drive that they had start to the end of the third quarter. We're in the fourth quarter now. Colby Watts scores from 2 yards out. Leighton Zarnecki, Andrew Dill, Leighton Zarnecki. They're interchangeable. Leighton Zarnecki comes in, adds the PAT.
Their moms would be glad to hear that.
It's 20-7. Well, but you know what? I mean, it is what it is. Leighton Zarnecki, 20-7. LaVille on top of Bremen. That's right. We'll just call him Louie. Here's the killer. Bremen gets the football. Now, the score's 20-7,
right,
and it's not beyond the realm of possibility. If you're Bremen, you're only down 20-7. You get the ball back, but guess what? Colby Watts steps in front of a pass down there, and you know what? Honestly, he was the only one really in the area, and so could have been a can of corn. Throw the hand up. Colby intercepts the ball, and then what do? We go on an 11-play, 45-yard drive with 4 first downs to basically put the game away. Watts from 11 yards out. Zarnecki adds the PAT, 27-7. Then Bremen gets the ball. They come in. They fumble it. We recover and basically take a couple of knees and end up winning game 27-7.
To me, and again, I'm looking back at the pregame. Among those who departed from Bremen was quarterback Ryan Caldwell, who had almost 1,700 yards in passing, 26 touchdowns, 600 yards rushing. Ethan Nunemaker came in tonight as a sophomore and did a pretty good job, but it was pretty obvious that the quarterback situation, they're just really missing that from last year. Again, nothing as far as Ethan is concerned. He was a freshman last year. I doubt he got to play a whole lot, especially as they made their run through the state tournament. So he really came in a tough situation tonight. I think that showed a little bit. You've got 4 picks, balls on the ground, and again, not to take anything from our defense. Our defense did a great job. And as I said before, not only do you win your opener, but you beat Bremen.
Absolutely.
And that's one of those rivalry games. It's just good to see them and Glenn back on the schedule. With the HNAC conference that we're in, some of these local rivalries have kind of got shuffled around a little bit, and so I'm glad that the scheduling worked out, that we could get back into that. So next Friday night, Triton. What do you know about Triton? Anything, Coach? You looked at them at all yet?
I have not looked at Triton yet. Coach, here's the cool thing about Coach. Coach Hochstrasser is going to send me the huddle when they exchange films, the coaches. So he'll send me the exchange. I'll get a chance to look at them, and then we'll be at home for our home opener next week back at Lancer Field. Kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. Game, Mr. Thomas. Game on LVH1 next week. He says thumbs up. So game's going to be on LVH1. He says 2 thumbs up now, not just 1.
He's got more bad puns to get rid of, and his wife doesn't want to hear those at all.
So game will be on LVH1 next week, 7 o'clock kickoff. Probably on the air somewhere around 6:45, 6:50 or so. You know what? It was fun tonight. Fun to get back up fun to get back up in the press box again.
Right.
We are high. I'm telling you what. You look down, and it's a great view tonight from way up here in a crow's nest, if you will.
Yeah. Headed out to ourselves. I kind of felt bad the Bremen guy was shooting film. He was the only guy up here. We just kind of, it's a double-decker, so what it is.
Absolutely.
So we were up on the second level, so kind of had to place to ourselves.
Absolutely.
Well, Again, thanks to Mr. Thomas and his team for the production. Again, Hudson, Coach Scheer does a phenomenal job. I saw him last night at the volleyball game. He said, "Do you want me?" I said, "Oh, Coach Scheer, do I want you? I want your stats is what I want." He does. This looks like, I don't know,
chicken
what
scratch.
Chicken scratch is what it is. But
you know what? It's like Dick Addis. Remember him, the old weather guy from Channel 16? It's like Dick Addis's weather chart used to look like back before we had all of this technology that's developing. So, hey, good to see you. Thanks. Great time. I'll let you take us home.
Well, that's it. We're going to sign off from here. Final again, if you're just tuning in, the Lancers open up with a win on the road. Final score, your Lancers 27, Bremen 7. Thanks for watching LVH1, the home of Lancer Nation. Until the next time, we'll see you later.